and doctors are pleased to report that had the icicle pierced Mr. Abner 2 inches to the right, it surely would have punctured his heart, killing him instantly. TMM later spoke to more knowledgeable staff, found out that the icicle actually pierced Mr. Abner 3 inches to the left, piercing his right lung and killing him much, much more slowly. Who writes this? Okay. All right. Friends, we're going to do something a little different here at TMM today. Now, we have become your trusted news source. We appreciate all of the faith that you put in us. We have a high level of journalistic integrity that we try to adhere to. We consider ourselves to be the epitome of perfection in the news industry, especially for your local tri-state area. Now, to those of you in our 7.3-mile broadcasting radius, we are aware that there are some issues present at heart. You are concerned, you are worried, and we hear you. So today, we would like to put out a special report called News to Use, where we try to alleviate some of those fears that you have. Can you ring it in, Jimmy? Make it tight? Okay. Talking to the people here, trying to make a new show. I don't know if we knew that. Oh, we're on. Okay. Now, friends, as I said, we hear you here at the TMM News Station. We understand the concerns that you have. We truly do. And so we wanted to put out a special segment to help alleviate some of those fears. Now, what we're hearing from you, again, in our 7.2-mile broadcasting radius, is we're hearing that you're concerned. You're trying to make heads or tails of this new COVID vaccine. Specifically, you're trying to determine if you will grow another head or grow a tail from this vaccine that is out now. And we want to help you understand why we as a news organization will not be participating in the COVID vaccine to maybe help inform your decision as well. Now, I want to be very clear as we progress in this story. I, Justin, do not have a medical degree, nor am I a virologist. However, my position here at TMM News has put me in a very special place of knowledge regarding the medical industry and medical profession that I think does give some credence to what I'm about to speak to you. Now, let's not forget, I do have 2 daytime local Emmys for the work that I've done regarding our local hospitals, and I'm putting that to practice now regarding this COVID vaccine. All right, so let's start with the basics. For those of you who are maybe just getting your internet back or your TV back from having lost your jobs back in March, our hearts are with you. Now, according to people who are experts in the field of viruses and this pandemic, there was a virus that basically affected millions of people in our world, and we were getting reports that I myself was saying here at night that nearly 3,000 people a day were dying. And I have to say that as a reporter, it gets to be a little blah, blah, blah when I'm having to tell you the same information night after night, when I'm having to relive the fact that there is nearly a 9/11 size event of casualties daily from this virus. Kind of lose the pizzazz, right? Kind of lose the big picture of what we're up against. Now, I will say that I was largely affected by the fact that I could not eat in my favorite ramen restaurant any longer. I could no longer go in to my dimly lit dim sum restaurant and enjoy some ramen and some dumplings. I had to, in fact, take those home and eat them lukewarm inside my own house. I would much rather, friends, as I'm sure you would too, eat your actual Chinese food in the restaurant as it's supposed to be eaten and as God intended. Okay? Long story short, now we have a vaccine, and people, myself included, are a little wary on whether or not they need to take this vaccine. Now we have the Pfizer vaccine, which has been reported at 95% effective. We have the Moderna vaccine that has been reported at 94% effective. And these companies have moved with unprecedented speed, as I'm sure you know from the reporting that we have done here. Now, is there need to be concerned? Maybe. Now, granted, they have done this work based on decades-old research on mRNA. I don't know what that stands. As a newsman, I don't have to know what that means. I just have to smile and tell you the news. Now, we do know that with this decades-old research on mRNA, they were able to quickly accelerate the research and get these vaccines out. But let me tell you something, friends. Cancer's been around a lot longer than the coronavirus. We have decades worth of research on that, and yet cancer is still a problem. That just lets you know how serious cancer actually is. Not very. And let's get to the brass tacks here, friends, on why I myself am not taking the vaccine. I am not one of those people who is concerned that the vaccine will give me a third arm. In fact, I would welcome a third arm or 15 fingers. In fact, with a third arm, what I could do is be 33% more productive at my job. I would look 1/3 more impressive pretending to know how to play guitar at our office Christmas party. Brenda, don't forget our arrangement this year. No, what is really causing me not to want this vaccine is I will get no praise for it. Right now, we're letting nurses, doctors, President Trump's staff go in front of everyone else. When what have they done? Right? We have congressmen that had super spreader parties going in front of everyone else. Right? They're getting camera crews. They're getting songs of praise and adulation. And me, as your local newsman, what am I going to get? I'm going to get a Band-Aid and a sucker. Not only a sucker, a root beer flavored dum-dum. I don't like root beer flavored things. Okay? That is not something that I want. I'm telling you that now, friends. The real reason I do not want this COVID vaccine is because I will not get any of the praise for it. Where is my news crew? Right? Where is my song and dance? It's nowhere. So friends, if you were like me and you were hesitant to get the COVID vaccine, let's look at what the real reason is. Is it because we'll get a third arm? No, that's not it. As I told you, that would be pretty rad. And if you do get a third arm, please let us know first. I need that third daytime local Emmy. No, friends, the real reason is selfishness. I can own it. Can you? What do you mean? What do you mean we cut the broadcast 3 minutes ago? That was good stuff. I'm out of here. I'm out. Cut it. I don't care. I don't care. I'll go to Newsmax. Okay, say anything I want.